From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is a Varsity Update. I'm Jenny Carlson. It's week 3 of the high school football season, and Scott Wright joins us on the phone to talk about the best games of the week. Scott, it looks like Midwest City is just taking up residency almost towards the top of these game rankings. Another big one for the Bombers. You've got Midwest City at Dell City this week as your #1 game. Why?
Well, you know, that non-district schedule for Midwest City is just brutal, and they keep firing off these good games. Midwest City's coming off of a big win over Carl Albert, another Mid-Dell school district rival. Dell City is right there at the top of 5A. They've got Terry Wilson, their quarterback, who just recently flipped his commitment from Nebraska to Oregon. This is the first big test for Dell City this year, and I think that makes this one really intriguing, especially when you factor in they've been moving the ball really well on offense. Midwest City's strength has been its defense, really physical up front, really fast on the back end, but they're kind of young, so there might be some spots for Terry Wilson to take advantage of them back there. So it could be a really intriguing matchup with some strength against strength, I think, with the Dell City offense and Midwest City defense.
Well, you know, if you look at these top 10 games, there's a great mix of big school, small school. Scott, as most teams now are on the doorstep of starting district play. In the smaller schools, Altus at Elk City is your #2 game. Also, Skytook at Collinsville is your #5 game. An extremely smaller school game at 7, Turpin at Laverne. But then you've got teams like Edmond Santa Fe at Southmore at 3, Tulsa Union at Broken Arrow at 4. And Scott, maybe the number that stands out to me as much as anything at that #4 spot is the fact that Tulsa Union 0-2 right now, heading to Broken Arrow. That makes that a pretty big game on the east side.
It really does. It could get really intriguing. Broken Arrow has been playing well so far. If they come and beat Union, and Union starts 0-3, it gets really interesting from there. Obviously, none of this means anything next week. Once district play starts, Union can still turn around and win the district and go into the playoffs as the #1 seed and still go, play for the gold ball. So, but it's really intriguing to see how this is gonna impact things, and what could happen with Broken Arrow right here, because they're playing really well. Got a lot of talent. A lot of people were talking them up in the preseason. If they go win this game, this could be a really big boost for them going into district play.
Lastly, Scott, obviously you've ranked the best 10, so we know what you think are the best games out there. But are there any hidden gems, either down towards the lower part of the rankings, or even maybe a game that didn't quite make the top 10, a game that you're really interested to see either how a certain matchup goes, or it's really an up-in-the-air type of game? Any gems on this list, or just off the list?
There were a couple that just missed the list that were that I think could be really interesting. One of those being Edmond Memorial at Mustang. Mustang is playing really well right now, so I'm curious to see what happens with that ball game. To see if they're going to keep rolling, they can stay focused, and if they really are going to be the best team here on the west side, which it looks like they are. Also, Kingfisher at Bethany. 2 powerhouse programs that are always really good. Also, the Children's Center Bowl, which is a fun event for the whole week. They do a lot of things over there at the Children's Center, and it's a fundraiser for them. And so it's a really neat game, and 2 really good teams going at it. So pretty interesting stuff going on over there.
Obviously, some great games. As I said, non-district play about to end, so you're about to see district games start up. Some really good rivalry, close matchups here we've got in week 3. You can check out all of Scott's top 10 games in Sunday's Oklahoman, but it's also on News OK all the time on our Varsity page. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.